Whoop. A little louder. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this last Sunday of March. How is that even possible? A quarter of the year has gone by already. What the heck? I know. Well, good morning. We're going to kick off our morning as we usually do, and I'm remembering today to start off with our beloved Nathan Aswell. Yay!
Thank you. All right. Now, you've been doing this one for a couple of Sundays already, I think. So I expect to hear everybody singing nice and loud. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. One more time. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be at peace. May all be free from suffering, and may all be free from pain. May all beings be happy.
Beautiful. Thank you, Nathan. Wow, this is the most glorious day of my life. What about you guys? Yeah, right? Oh my goodness. All the days in planning that we've had, getting ready for our annual general meeting is finally coming to an end. It is so good to be with you today. I'm Reverend Tamara for anybody that is new, and I have the joy of serving you as your spiritual director. And I want to start by saying whether you're new, whether you're at home on Zoom, hello everyone, or joining us later on YouTube, you're seen, you're welcome, and we're so glad that you're here. A special wave to our Zoom community today. Our practitioner, we have two online today, Liv and Audrey, who are holding the loving space for us today. And if this is your first time, definitely welcome, 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 and see Sandy, who is in a brown sweater today. And she has a little welcome package for you, and we're working on getting it for our online people as well. We should have that hopefully by next week or so. And before we go any further, I do want to pause and just honor this land that we are gathered on. These unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish people, including Semiahmoo, Katsi, Kwantlen nations. And we give thanks for the care of these lands and the waters, and we hold this acknowledgement as a step towards right relationship, towards listening, and towards shared responsibility of caring for this earth. But now, why are we here? We are here at CSL White Rock because I hope you find us an open and affirming community. And we do things a little bit differently. We're a place for spiritual learning and growth, but we're also a place that you can laugh and have some fun. We can be real, You can show up exactly as you are and know that you belong. And we're rooted in the teaching of the science of mind. It's a philosophy, not a dogma. It honors the wisdom found in all faith traditions. But more than that, we're a community that believes you are your own architect of your life, and that it is never too late to know true happiness, and that each one of us is an expression of the divine. And our work here is to simply awaken to that truth, to live from the inside out, to be peace in the world, to be love expressed in the world, and to bring our highest selves forward. And definitely let's have some fun along the way. So whether you're here for deep growth, connection, a little inspiration, or maybe somebody dragged you along, and so thank you for being a good sport, but you're welcome here. And there is a place for you in this circle. So let's have a beautiful morning. And I'm bringing up Paul to do our announcements today.
I didn't see any signs on the way to church this morning, so I have no funny sign for you. Is this working right? Good morning, everybody. This is indeed the day of our annual general meeting, and we've been working on it for weeks, it seems, it feels like, and we're glad that it's here. We're going to do some business right after the service this morning at 11:45, or as close to that as possible. We're going to gather, the membership is going to gather, the community is going to gather. We'll go through the business, and we promise that we'll get you out of here and off to lunch as quickly as we can. After the service, if you're planning on staying, you can sign in with Nancy as the secretary of the board, and she will register you so that we can calculate proxy. If you're a member and not able to stay, we have proxy forms at the back with Diane. You can fill one of those out and have somebody vote for you on the issues that needed to be voted upon today. So that's our AGM starting at 11:45 this morning. The Pages Book Club with Rhonda is coming up tomorrow night on Zoom. You can contact Rhonda. She's with us this morning. Stand up and wave. Hello, Rhonda. Book Club. Get in touch with Rhonda for more information. Coffee and Conversation with Reverend Tamara, Thursday, April the 2nd. Is that correct? Yes. That is correct. We were bouncing dates around a few minutes ago. Thursday, the 2nd of April at 11 a.m. at Leon's Cafe. It's really a great opportunity just to come together and to have coffee together and conversation together. And it's been really well attended, hasn't it? They've had some great times. Songs for the Soul. Michelle's going to come up and I'm going to talk about this event.
Yeah. Hello. It's totally different being on this side of the stage rather than that side of the stage. Anyway, so next Sunday after the service, I'm hosting a singing circle as part of our Sound Healing Sundays that we're having. And as I mentioned, the next one we'll be doing after that one is with Nathan and Heidi and me in June. But for next Sunday, it's just going to be 60 minutes with me. I'm just going to guide you through some simple, easy chants that will calm your mind and uplift your spirit. So come and sing with me, and it's just by donation. And it's 60 minutes. Next Sunday. Got that?
So once a month, on the second Sunday of every month, we have Sunday conversations. We gather after our gathering. We gather after the gathering. We hang out for a while after we're done with the main service. You know what I mean. The practitioners lead it, and it's an opportunity to have a conversation about whatever the talk is for that day. And you know, these events also have been really well attended. And if you've been there, if you've participated in them, you know how great they are. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please do that. Evening Sacred Circle with Practitioner Live. It's a place to learn and to practice spiritual principles and to share, listen, and be listened to. The next one is on Tuesday, the 14th of April at 7 o'clock on Zoom. And you can find the Zoom link on our website. Thursday. Did I say Tuesday? Oh, it is Tuesday. Wrong date on the slide. Right date in my notes. I feel vindicated. I'm much better now. Thank you for asking. You know, there's all kinds of weekly opportunities for connection here at CSL White Rock. There's a Sunday gathering, of course, here at Burlow Community Center every Sunday at 10:30. Meditation at 10 o'clock. If you haven't been part of that yet, please come and join us. It's awesome. And then every Tuesday morning, meditation, Tuesday mornings, 8 o'clock on Zoom with Reverend Tamara. And now, practitioner Diane comes to lead us in meditation. No, it's Georgia. I'm sorry. You're right. That's also here in my notes.
Thanks, Paul. I'm George Deacon, one of the spiritual practitioners here. I just want to welcome 13 men. There's 13 guys here today. Way to go, male energy. I mean, there was times when it was Norman and maybe Paul, and that was it. So thank you. It's lovely to have this mixture. And those of you online, I'm sure there's men out there too. I'm not. Welcome to the women as well. Okay, well, let's get comfortable. Let's begin by coming into a seated position that feels with your back straight and your hands might be resting comfortably on your lap. And you can have soft eyes or closed eyes. And just take in that nice, deep inhale. And then exhale. And try to exhale out any tension, worry, or uncertainty, or any fear that you may be feeling within you today. Let it go with the intention of emptying yourself. And today I'm using the wonderful words from Richard Wagamese, who's an Aboriginal writer, poet. So as you welcome any positive or radiant energy that serves you and your inner being, just take that nice deep inhale. In, out, deep, slow. And exhale. Welcome to this moment of meditation where we embrace the power of boldness and possibility. As we take in another deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow any fears or doubts to release. And now imagine yourself standing at the edge of a cliff with a vast landscape before you. This represents the unknown, full of possibilities and opportunities. As you breathe in, repeat this phrase to yourself in your mind. I am bold, and anything is possible. I am bold, and anything is possible. Feel the words resonate within you, filling you with confidence and courage as you look out over that beautiful landscape. You have that boldness. You know you have the possibilities. And with each breath, take a step forward into the unknown. Embrace the uncertainty, knowing that the boldness and the fearlessness and the possibilities is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. You're willing to move ahead despite that fear. As you walk, imagine the weight of fear and self-doubt lifting, like shedding a worn out cloak. You are free to explore, to create, to inspire. Remember, boldness and possibilities are not about grand gestures. It's about small, everyday acts of courage. Speaking up, taking risks, but most of all, being true to yourself. As Richard Wagamay said, to be struck by the magnificence of nature, to be returned in all too brief moments to the innocence in which we were born with. Awe, wonder, humility, and possibility. We draw them into us and altered forever by the unquestionable presence of our Creator, our Spirit. All things ring true together. If we carry that deep sense of communion back into our world, into our workaday lives, everyone we meet will benefit. That is what we're here for, to remind each other of where the truth lies and the power of simple ceremony like this simple meditation, like this one. In, out, deep, slow. As you continue to breathe deeply, allow the boldness and the possibility to become part of your essence. Know that you have the strength to overcome obstacles and achieve your dreams. Maybe they're small dreams, like taking a walk. Maybe they're large ones. Take that deep breath in as you prepare to return to the room. Take that one final deep breath in. And when you're ready, you slowly open your eyes and carry this sense of boldness and possibility with you into your day, into your week, into your life. As you become aware of the room where we sit, thank you for being here today. Thank you for joining us today. Never forget that you are powerful and bold, and that you are loved, and you are love. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.
It's time to stop, redress, forgive myself for thinking that I am small and less than who and what I am. Divine creation with a simple job. Express my thoughts and feelings with the faith of God. I was happy and carefree, then limited thinking ensued, taught to believe that I was not enough. That story became my truth, but it's time to stop, dress, forgive myself for thinking small and less than who and what I am. let me look at my language. Mindful of all that I say. Words shape the way we see things in the world. Each one's a potent prayer. But it's time to stop, redress, forgive myself for thinking that I am small and less than who and what I am. Divine creation with a simple job. Express my thoughts and feelings with the faith of God. It's time to live completely as unified and whole, and in that full engagement reclaim my truest role. Whoa, whoa. It's time to stop, redress, forgive myself for thinking that I am small and less than who and what I am. Divine creation with a simple job. Express my thoughts and feelings with the faith of God. Faith of God.
Beautiful. Did you write that one, Nathan? You wrote the amazing. See, actually don't need to do my talk now because that whole song is just my talk. So we can all just move on to the AGM now.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, and everybody, good night. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Thank you. The faith of God in Georgia, your meditation, spot on as well. There is only one mind, everybody. As I didn't talk to Georgia or Nathan, and what perfect things to stretch into for my talk today. The talk that Home Office gave me, it was called Being a Possibilitarian. Okay, I know. So I changed it. I said, I can't say it. I'm not talking about it. So this week, I'm going to talk to you about the law of possibility. I can say that sometimes. But what I want to begin is with something that I've started to notice about myself, and maybe you've noticed it in yourself as well. The moment I hear the word possibility, I kind of light up. I'm like, oh yeah, possibility, what is possible? And then something opens and I kind of lean into it and I'm thinking, how can I make this happen? But then almost another little part of my brain starts to go, and that part starts talking to me, and it starts to gather evidence, and it starts to build a case of why it won't work. And why it's not the right time to do it, or I should be careful. And really, let's be realistic, Tamara, right? But before I know it, I'm no longer standing in possibility. I'm now arguing for my limitation, using all my intelligence, my history, my old disappointments to prove why something cannot be opened, why something can't heal, or why it can't change. And I don't know about you, but I think a few of us maybe in this room are good at doing that. We know how to argue for what's wrong, how to rehearse the problem, and how to brace for disappointment. But Ernest Holmes reminds us, fear is a natural consequence of belief in limitation. So when I keep believing in the smallness of my life, fear follows naturally. Fear isn't proof something is wrong. And what it sometimes is proof that I've been bowing to my limitation for too long. So today, I ask, where have I been arguing for my limitation instead of living from possibility? So I don't know right now. I feel it a little bit that the walls are closing in. There's so much going on in the world. And I just feel this pressure, feel this kind of sometimes trapped with time, energy, money, whatever it is. And then I started thinking, I'm a little bit of a Star Wars geek. Every Christmas, I make my children watch them all from beginning to end. Yeah, I know it takes a while, but I don't know if you've watched it, and it's one of the first ones. I like to say the originals. But when Luke, Leia, Hans, and Chewbacca were trapped in the garbage compactor. So they've gone down the chute, they're in the compactor, and there's this slimy thing going by their legs, and the walls start to close in, and they're all leaning and pushing up against the wall. They're like, they've got I remember seeing like a metal thing because they're in the trash compactor, so they're using whatever they can, and then they're all using their bodies and pushing against the wall with all their strength. But the pressure keeps building, the space keeps shrinking. And then they keep doing that. And they're working so hard, pushing with all their strength, trying to hold it back, but it's just too much. And I know that's a lot of us right now. We're bracing, we're pushing, we're holding, we're trying to manage everything. We're trying to keep everything so that everybody's okay. We're trying to stop those walls with our own strength. But what I love about this scene is they do not get out of it because they push harder. Luke stops fighting the walls long enough to call for help. And good old R2-D2 comes to the rescue, and he plugs in, and he stops the trash compactor. The pressure stops, and then the door opened. And they were released. And then R2-D2 and CP3O thought they were dying because they were all screaming for happiness and shrieking. And I was like, oh no. But they just walked out because they weren't putting any more pressure to it. So I know sometimes I can think, if I just push hard enough, the relief will come. If I hold it all together, then peace will come. But that's not how Spirit works. It's release the false burden. It's remembering our oneness. That lets the pressure stop, and that lets the door open. Ernest Holmes also said, when we know our oneness with God and law, a great burden will be removed. The burden which otherwise would cause us to struggle. I love that. A great burden will be removed. Spiritual practice sometimes isn't always about adding more. Sometimes it's about laying something down. So as we're talking about spiritual practice, in our teaching here, the Science of Mind gives us a framework of 4 ways of being. 4 postures that we take towards life. This week in our practitioner advanced consciousness class, we talked about it. We talked about the 4 levels. The first level is it's done to me. That life happens to me. I'm at the mercy of my condition. You know, I don't know, anybody else been there? I've been there, right? But if we stay there, I can move into that victimhood where possibility isn't available to me. But then I can move up into the second where it is done by me. But that's when I'm using my willpower and I'm going to force the outcome. I'm going to push harder. I'm going to fix it. And this feels like empowerment, but let me tell you, it's exhausting, right? It's the ego that thinks it can carry everything. That pressure, it's the compactor walls closing in, me trying to do it by myself. But then I move into the third stage, and that is through me. Yeah, this is being done through me. Something softens. I'm not the source. I'm an opening. Learning to allow good to move through me. Wisdom, love, healing goes through me, not forcing the river, getting out of the way so that it will flow. And then there's a fourth level. It is done as me. And this is the deepest realization that the divine isn't out there helping. It's right here. It's expressing it as life itself through and as me at this moment, in my breath, in my body, in every cell of my being. That is possibility. That is not wishful thinking. It's not denial. But possibility opens when I remember, when I really remember. Well, I can use the other mic. That's okay. Oh, there it is. So, where was I? Oh, yes. Not wishful thinking. It is that I'm not separate from one life. And that, you know what? I don't have to climb the ladder all the time. Some days I'm going to be at level 2. I'm going to be pushing. Some days I'm going to be at level 3 and I'll be opening. There might be a day I get a glimpse of level 4. And that glimpse changes everything. That's the law of possibility. It's not perfection, it's practice. I'm just going to do one more thing here. So I've been thinking about this in my life lately, and I know some of you know this, but my dad is going through cancer, lung cancer right now. And what I'm noticing is some days, he can be difficult, he can be sharp, he can be defensive, and his favorite is withdrawal, and then he's hard to reach. Now, on the surface, I react. I get frustrated. I tell that story in my head. Why is he acting this way? He's just making life difficult. I'm just trying to love him, for goodness sakes. This is not working for me. But then I stop, I breathe, and I'm thinking a little deeper. What if part of this is that he's afraid? What if somewhere inside he believes that he's difficult? Then I won't love him so much. And then if I don't love him so much and he pushes me away now, it will hurt less when he's gone. And that may not be the whole story, but I think it's part of it, of what he's doing at this moment. And honestly, it really does break my heart. Suddenly, I'm not looking at his difficult behavior. I'm looking at a human being trying, in the only way he knows, to protect himself and maybe even protect me. That's what fear does. Fear argues for our limitation. Fear says, close down, don't hope too much, don't love too much. If I make myself harder to love, it won't hurt. But love knows something deeper. Love knows that shrinking won't save us. And if I argue for limitation, I reduce my dad to his behavior. And I say, well, that's just who he is. But that's not the truth. If I start to argue for the possibility, I have to see deeper. He's not his fear, he's not his diagnosis, nor his sharpness. He is a divine expression of the one life, expressing good at the level he is able to in this moment. He's expressing his good at the level that he is able to at this moment. And that doesn't mean that bad behavior is okay at all. It means that I refuse to make the behavior the deepest truth about him. And that's the work for all of us. Can I see beyond people's behavior? Can I see beyond the fear? Can I even see beyond the old pattern? Because none of us are our behavior. We may sometimes have painful behaviors, protective behaviors, but we are something deeper, something older, something holier. So it's remembering I am not my worst moment. I am not my coping strategy. I am a living expression of the one. And look at the person next to you. They are as well. Right? And tonight, I encourage you to go home and look in the mirror. Because that you are that expression of the one. And you know what? It's even the person you're having a hard time with right now. That's oneness as lived reality, not theory or practice. So I heard this story the other day about this fisherman. He's on the beach fishing away, and people are kind of gathered around watching him. And he has his bucket, and in his bucket he's got this broken ruler, and it's about 10 inches long. And so he throws his rod in, and after a while he catches a fish, measures it 10 inches, puts it in his bucket. Puts his rod back in, fishing for a while. He catches another fish. It's like, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14 inches long. And he throws it back into the ocean. And he does this 2 or 3 times. And people are like, what the heck? That's like a big fish that could feed a lot more people. And so finally somebody asks him, why are you throwing all those big fish back in? And he says, well, because my frying pan is only 10 inches. Right? But the thing is, that's us. Spirit will bring in that bigger idea, bigger than our comfort zone that we're in right now, and guess what we do? We throw it back. There's maybe a healing bigger than our current evidence, or a version of ourselves that's freer, braver, and we throw it back because it doesn't fit in the container that I'm living in right now. But the size of my current container is not the measure of divine possibility. Imagination is a spiritual discipline. How I imagine myself matters. How I imagine my dad matters. How I imagine this community matters. If I keep imagining people as fixed, then guess what? They stay fixed in my consciousness. If I keep imagining myself as limited, I keep rehearsing limitation. But if I began to imagine from oneness, from possibility, that's when a new world opens up. So I'm going to teach you about something I've been using lately, a new spiritual practice I've added into my toolbox. Everybody's heard of affirmations, right? So that's, I use them, and then sometimes though I'll say to myself, I am peaceful. And then again, that little story in the back of my head says, oh yeah, have you checked your nervous system lately? So what I've started using instead are, I'm not saying this wrong, are affirmations. A couple of you know Reverend Michelle Wadley taught us about this, and it's from Noah St. John. And what they are when we ask ourselves empowering questions, because the mind is built to respond to questions. So if I ask a question like, why is everything so hard? my mind will start to look for answers on that. But if I ask instead, why is it getting easier for me to trust what Spirit is doing through me? Why is it easier for me to trust that Spirit is working through me? Then my mind starts looking in a new direction. So here's the affirmation for you for this week that I'd like you to take in. Why is it getting easier for me to stop arguing for limitation and trust what Spirit is doing through me? Why is it getting easier for me to stop arguing for limitation and trust what Spirit is doing through me? Or if that's too long, you could say, why is it getting easier for me to see myself and others as expressions of the one life? Why is it getting so much easier? And that's, you know what this does? It interrupts the old patterns when we ask better questions. So there's one other piece I want to talk about with this opening up to possibility. There's sometimes, that when I can be in that trash compactor and the walls are closing in, and you know what that is? It's other people's opinions, their doubts, their fears about what is possible for me. Now, Ernest Holmes, very clever man, very clever. He said, if we could add to the commandments, the greatest would be mind your own business. Right? Mind your own business. And I used to think, well, that's just not playing in somebody else's lane. But then I remember Terry Cole Whitaker always saying, what you think of me is none of my business. And that's the thing, that's freedom. So much pressure comes from when I'm trying to manage what other people think about, when I'm defending myself or explaining myself or getting permission. You know, it's even this last little bit I've been experiencing. I had a few health challenges, so I'm working with my naturopath, and I went on this, okay, see, even I'm having a hard time saying it. I went on a diet, and but then I didn't want to tell anybody because if people heard what I was doing, they would judge me. And if I told them, so then I changed it. I told people, because they said, oh, you're looking a little different. I'm just doing a cleanse, right? Because that's much more agreeable. People accept that much more than, oh, you're a diet, you're only eating this, how are you doing that? That's not healthy, blah, 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 blah. But it was what my body needed at this point of time. But I was afraid to tell people, so I just outed myself. And because I was worried about what other people would think of me, right? Well, you just need to cut back a little bit, Tamara. You just need to exercise more. I know all those things, but it wasn't working. So I needed to do something different. And I didn't need to ask anybody else's permission. And that's where I get stuck sometimes. Because other people's fears and doubts become those trash compactor walls. Their fears become my script. So if I mind my own business, and it's not because I don't care about people, but it's because my consciousness matters. What I rehearse matters, and what I protect about myself matters. And you know, here's what's beautiful, is when I stop arguing for my limitation, it just doesn't free me. Because we don't live in a vacuum. It also frees you. And it frees you because we are one mind. There's no separation. And when you are courageous, it gives me a chance to be courageous. When you show up authentically, I show up authentically. We do it for each other. And that's why this community is such a beautiful example of that. We go through our ups and downs, and yet here we are. Here we are, supporting each other. We're in this trash compactor together. And you know what? The door is going to open for us all. So, you know, I love to give you something to do this week. So your homework. one question a day, one question for the day or every day. Why is it getting easier for me to stop arguing for limitation? And then do one small action that comes from that. Just one, just something tiny, a baby step. Don't have to go for the whole enchilada right away. Maybe it's a kind word, maybe it's a truthful conversation, maybe it's taking a breath instead of reacting. You don't have to fix the whole world this week. You don't have to push the walls back with your own strength. You can stop rehearsing limitation in your own life. You can catch yourself bracing. When you catch yourself bracing, whisper, I don't have to do this alone. The pressure stops and the door opens. Let's take this into prayer. Let's turn our minds to the highest truth. Let's not convince God, but to align ourselves with what has always been true. Knowing that there's one life, one love, one divine presence. It is perfect, whole, and complete. There's no limits, no expectations. It is the reality behind every appearance. It is the possibility within. And I know that I am one with that one life, and I know that each one of you are one with that one life. Not someday, not when you get it right here, right now, you are one with that one. That same spirit that breathes the stars, breathes through each one of us. You have never been separate. You have always been connected. Every person that I know and love, every person who challenges me, every person I don't understand, every person is a beloved, necessary expression of that one mind. There is no exception. So I release the burden of arguing for my limitation. I stop bracing against the walls that were never mine to hold. I stop rehearsing the fear, and I choose to see beyond behaviors in myself and in others. I lean into that divine truth that has always been there. So this week I claim the week of possibility, not because I force it, but because I will allow it to flow. I will ask better questions. I am protecting my vision. I am taking one small action that reflects the world I believe in. And I give thanks. Thanks that it is already done. Thanks that the pressure stops and the door opens. And thank you that I don't have to do this alone. I am so grateful. And I release this word knowing it is already at work. It is already moving through me and as me. I let it be and ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you. Before I have one last thing I know. So this week, stop arguing for limitation and start living your possibility. So say it with me. Stop arguing for your limitation and start living your possibility. And guess what? When you forget, begin again. Okay? Because life that creates worlds is alive in you. That love that sustains all things is present in you. And the wisdom that knows how to open doors that you maybe can't see yet is already moving through you and as you. Again, the pressure stops and the door opens, and so it is. And I welcome. Thank you.
So to cement Reverend Tamara's message, I'd like to sing a fun song of mine called Jump Right In. I don't know if any of you remember it. I haven't done it. I've done it here before, but it's been a while. So my request of you is those 3 words, I need you to repeat them back to me right after. There's always a little spot right after I sing it where you can sing it. So I will sing, I'm gonna have to jump right in. I'm gonna have to jump right in. Perfect.
Sitting up here on my high horse, sure do like the view. Our grass looks greener on the other side. Don't know what to do. If I keep all my options open, play it safe and wait, my whole life is gonna pass me by. Time to step up to the plate. I'm gonna have to jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in to find out I can fly. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty got a great call. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again, 'cause all they found where he landed was his shell and his clothes. His transformation was like total. Where did he get to? I suppose he went and jumped right in. Yes, he went and jumped right in. Yes, he went and jumped right in to find out he could fly. Well, I'm scared to jump, but you know what they say. You got to feel the fear and do it. I might fall and I might crack, but both feet are in and I'm not turning back. 'Cause even if I get busted or maybe lose my shell, I'll be a better man for it, with some tales to tell. Once I decide to move forward, the universe will move too. And it's not what I do, it's how I do it that's gonna see me through. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. You know I'm gonna jump right in to find out I can fly. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. You know I'm gonna jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. You know I'm gonna jump right in to find out I can fly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Nathan. I love it when we have a little upbeat song. Thank you, thank you. And you wrote that one too, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, so fabulous. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody today for coming in. And, you know, it's such a fabulous time to all be together. And, you know, I know we're moving forward. So I thought today, what a perfect time to be talking about possibility as we're stepping into the AGM, right? Because we're going to talk about what the year was, but we're also going to be starting our next chapter of what the possibility is for us next. So we're going to maybe elect some new board members and do a few things, so which is going to be great. And, you know, we're so fortunate right now. We have some great volunteers that come in and help set up. We have Diane, all the practitioners are absolutely amazing. They always do so many things. They have at least an umpteen jobs. And then we have our new practitioners in training, the PIT team, who are stepping up and stepping in leadership in all different ways. And I'm so grateful for all of them and grateful for all the work that our board and everybody has done so far. And as we're in this place of gratitude, and I like to thank Michael for doing our sound, and he's got us some new equipment, so hopefully, Everybody, the sound has been better online. And, you know, I'd like to thank Liv, too, who's doing double duty. Liv is actually here in the building, but she's helping run our Zoom in another room. I know. But she'll be with us soon. And Audrey, our new practitioner online. And we have another new practitioner online going to be joining us, Cindy Robbins. So we're being so well, this community is so well supported. And so as we move now into this time of gratitude and offering, I'd like to remind ourselves that giving isn't about obligation. It's about participation. It's love circulating through us. So take a breath with me and let's enter this time with open hearts. So this month we're asking, it was the big question of what if? What if giving isn't an obligation, but participation? And what if every gift is a small yes to the world we're building? This is circulation, love, moving through us and back into the world. So when you give, you're saying, I believe in this circle. I want this community to thrive. I want there to be a place where no one walks alone. So take a moment, and as you bless this gift that you are giving today, bless it not as money leaving you, but as love circulating through you. And I encourage you to see in your mind's eye something good for yourself, something that you've been longing for in your own life, and feel it as it's already there. And now maybe imagine something for this community. Maybe it's a place with storage and parking. And feel that if it's already here. So I ask you to repeat after me. With a grateful heart, I share my good with this beloved community.
I share my good with this beloved community.
As I give love in abundance,
As I give love in abundance,
it flows through me.
it flows through me.
Our center thrives.
Our center thrives.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am a blessing.
I am a blessing.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Yay, our Zoom people joined us for our affirmation. Awesome. Thank you. We got to hear you in the room. That is so great. So now Nathan's got another song for us, and Diane and Sandy are going to be passing our baskets. And for online, they'll put ways that you can contribute to our center. Here we go.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
So in our basket there's also these little joy blessings that we hand out all the time. And the one I picked for our online community, well, I didn't pick it. Paul gave it to me. I'll be honest. I like to take credit for things, but I won't do that today. The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. Buddha. So now, actually, today I'd like to invite up our practitioners are here. Jill is away in Penticton right now, lives in the back room, and we have our thing. Audrey and live online. But I would like our practitioners in training to come up with us today.
Yay! Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys should see all the hard work these people are doing behind the scenes. Yeah, it's fabulous. I know. Isn't this great? And online, we've got Kelly online, and I'm not sure if Julia is there, but we have Julia online who's in Calgary right now. So we're so fortunate that these people are committing their time and energy to be in service to this community. So I think we should give them a big round of applause. So I'm going to ask Diane to bless the money today.
Surprise, surprise.
I know. It's never a dull moment.
No. Anyway, so the blessing here is from an open heart because we receive these gifts because of your donation and gift. But I want you to pay attention to what you are receiving. Every time we give something, we also are receiving. It's the law of circulation that never ends. So blessing to you. Open your heart to receive this week. Ask. My heart is open. I am willing to receive blank. And just pay attention to what you are receiving. It's all there for all of us. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Diane. I love it. Wow. So we also do support, everybody here supports everybody in prayer. So we have an online prayer that you can submit a prayer to. You can see Georgia and Diane today after service for prayer. I'm going to be busy helping set up, otherwise I would be here. But also I know these lovely people would love to practice sometime, I'm sure. I'm throwing them under the bus right now. No pressure, no pressure. But know that they're here supporting us all in the background. And we have our lovely practitioners online. They'll put you in a breakout room if you would like prayer today online. And they will, yeah, I'm so good. See, this is how Diane feels when I throw things out there all the time.
That gives us permission to do the same thing with you.
That's true. It does give them permission to do the same thing with me. So that's true. I better be careful. So let's stand up and say our closing affirmation. So if you repeat after me, something wonderful is happening in me right now.
Something wonderful is happening in me right
It's
now.
this thing called life.
It's this thing called
It's this thing
life.
called love.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called possibility.
It's this thing called possibility.
I know it.
I know
I
it.
feel it.
I feel it.
Express it.
I express it.
Am it.
I am
And
it.
so it is.
And so it is.
For our final song. Thanks, everyone. AGM, please let Nancy know she has the list.
Here we go. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for